I got a question yesterday on the channel, how specifically I would raise my son to be as healthy as possible, as tall as possible, and as attractive as possible.
Ladies love me. I've got a big willy. What more could they want? And I've got guns. That's why I'm gangster. Yo.
So today, I'm gonna break down from choosing the woman, from having a child as a baby, to a toddler, to a teenager, young adult, every stage of life. I will be covering how to optimize everything today if it was my actual son. So without further ado, let's get it. Before we get to the video, you definitely should join my school. I've got over 10 hours of content. My Looks Maxing Masterclass, High Growth Masterclass. Right now we're doing the Archetype Masterclass. I'm covering the bad boy right now. We hop on group VIP calls with me and all of my students. You got to join now, man. Link in the description. Choosing the woman is probably going to be the most important thing out of all of this. So you want to choose a woman who's obviously attractive, very good facial structure. And not just that, you're going to want somebody who is more feminine in energy, somebody who is going to take care of themselves, especially during pregnancy and whenever they are breastfeeding. Because if they're eating junk food and Skittles every single day, even if they look attractive on paper, it's going to ruin your kid's genetics. So you got to make sure that they are down to do all of this. First of all, now height, if you are shorter right now, you're a man watching this, I would obviously go for a taller woman if I was you. Personally, for me, height doesn't really matter that much because just about any single height of a woman that I get with, they're still gonna have tall kids. So that is gonna be step one. Now during the womb, this is very crucial, man. Like I will be feeding my girl the best stuff during puberty. I'm actually going to skip raw milk right now just because I don't wanna risk anything with her immune system, anything, but there's gonna be tons of meat, tons of eggs, all natural whole foods, like the best stuff that you can imagine. I would be cooking all the time. If she's craving some sugar, some ice cream, she'll be getting some fresh organic berries, like things like this, to make sure that the developmental process is going as good as possible. And then obviously once the baby is born, I will not be doing any formula. Formula is like the best way to cook your child, man. Like if the child is raised off of formula, it is already screwed over for the rest of its life. So it needs good whole breast milk, and obviously like the girl still needs to remain healthy. Like at this point, I would definitely have my woman like on raw milk, on tons of meats, eggs, high quality organic fruits, and then good carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, quinoa, things like this, so that the baby gets everything that it could possibly need from the breast milk. The environment's also very important as they are an infant, so a completely blacked out room so they're not getting false light, so that they can get as much sleep as humanly possible as a baby. Also playing sleep frequencies while they were in there, because there is some science showing that listening to things at a certain frequency can enhance intelligence, learning ability, everything. And I would make the little guy move around. I'd make him get in the dirt, play, try to walk, climb, do everything that babies are supposed to do without limiting it, and obviously being completely safe at the same time. Now childhood, this is going to be ages 4 to 12. This is whenever I'm slowly going to start introducing raw milk into my child's diet. Now this is the time whenever most parents, they fail as a parent. Like they're giving their kids all kinds of sugar, desserts, candies, things like this. No, man. Like even if you never introduce those to him, he's gonna be eating a lot better. Now I'm not gonna have my child on a strict anything diet. He's not gonna be vegan. He's not gonna be carnivore. He's gonna have a well-balanced diet so that he gets everything he can possibly need, and so the body can properly develop in every sense possible. Tons of red meat to develop the masseters and overall facial muscles, everything, and obviously everything that you need from the red meat. We would also be living in a sun-heavy environment. During adolescence and growing up, it's actually very good to be playing outside, doing these things. It's only once you're older, like over the age of 20, that you just want to be careful with sun exposure because it's going to age you. I've never once said that the sun is bad for you. I said that it ages you, which it does. But this is just going to be a much healthier lifestyle, both mentally and physically. Sports are also very important during this time period. Like I would heavily inspire him to be playing multiple sports. Hopefully basketball, that'd be pretty cool. Have a little point guard. Other sports such as fighting, baseball, like anything like this would be good, especially during this adolescence. Now once we get into the teenage years, this is whenever we can kind of kick things into overdrive. Now we're getting more natural hormones. This is going to be age 13 to 18, and so we can boost testosterone, we can boost HGH, and really try to optimize everything during this time. I'm not going to make my child start weightlifting. You know why he's he's going to start weightlifting because there's going to be a gym at home and he's going to see me exercising a couple times a week, pushing myself and my strength, and he's going to want to behave like me. Whenever you try to force a child to do something, they actually want to do the opposite. The only way to actually make a child do anything is to try to inspire them by you being the example. If you are strong, confident, awesome freaking guy, he's going to want to emulate that. He's going to want to replicate it. But if he sees you as a fat, overweight loser, he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what that guy's doing. If you tell him, you need to work out, son, you need to do that, but you're a fat freaking lard, he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what this big fatty is telling me. So naturally, he's going to start working out, doing all these things. But the biggest change is I'm going to start having him take supplements at this time. Probably even earlier during adolescence, I would have him on Titan Growth 1.0, good multivitamin, make sure that he's getting everything that he needs. But during puberty, this is whenever I would start having more natural testosterone boosters, things like this, Aries Rage. And the main reason for this is because androgen receptors, man. Like everything about the modern world is full of androgen receptors, microplastics, BPAs, everything is designed to lower your testosterone. And something like this would counter that with maca, with zinc, magnesium, oyster extract, pumpkin extract. Everything needed to boost testosterone would be in this, and I would be giving this to my son every single day, just like I take myself every single day, because it works like crazy. And now as a teenager, I would introduce something more intense like Titan Growth 2.0 to make sure he has all of the nutrients possible that he could possibly need. He would have Titan Growth 2.0, which is 500 to 1000% of all your daily required nutrients. You can pick it up on kalosleek.com, my website, my company. Use code WAYNE to get 10% off. He would still be drinking the raw milk, eating a very healthy diet with tons of red meats, eggs, healthy organic fruits, potatoes, things like this, to be as healthy as possible. And during this time, I would probably actually introduce him into high school. I'm gonna be honest. I would probably want to homeschool my child up until like 13, and then socially, like obviously before that you want to socialize them, everything like that, but once they're around the teenage year, I think it's good to be around girls, around people their own age, so that they can properly develop. But earlier than that is not going to be good, so that they're not getting brainwashed straight from the get-go. I'd probably also introduce some more supplements as well, just to make sure he's getting everything he needs. Things like creatine, vitamin D3 plus K2 every single day. You can pick up Helios X on my website, kalosleek.com. Omega 3s, magnesium, zinc, things like this to make sure he's not deficient in anything whatsoever. Now, young adulthood, this is going to be the time whenever you would obviously be giving him business advice, skincare advice, anti-aging advice, marital advice, things like this to make sure that he's not making any stupid decisions. At this point, skincare is going to be very crucial, because if you're not taking care of your skin, then you're just not going to be aging properly, man. So I'd be introducing him to things like Korean skincare, like cleansers, moisturizers, exfoliators, my own skincare with grass-fed beef tallow, night cream with hyaluronic acid, my own retinol that's going to be anti-aging and provide more skin elasticity, taking supplements such as NAD plus and collagen so that you can stay as youthful and energetic as humanly possible. Then environment matters once again. I'm going to make sure that from the get-go he learns about money and businesses, and not just that, like he can follow a career in something, but at least have more independence than what the average person is going to do. Like, I'd much rather inspire him to have his own freedom from the get-go, teach him about money, get him a credit card, build his credit from a very young age. Also, I would be getting any orthodontics from a very young age. So if he needs braces, if he needs to correct an overbite, if he needs anything like this, I think it's very important from a young age to get this. Even wisdom teeth, there's a lot of misinformation. It's like if you remove the wisdom teeth, it's going to ruin your entire face. But some people, they keep the wisdom teeth, comes in, ruins your entire facial structure. So I'd be getting x-rays to make sure that everything is going properly. Last but not least is just raising him around traditional masculinity so that he actually knows what real masculinity is. I'm not saying the huge macho guy, but I'm just saying to have regulation over your emotions, to have logic over your heart, to march the beat of your own drum. Like, I don't want him to listen to me. I don't want him worshiping society. I want him to do his own thing. Like, what he thinks is right, what he thinks is going to be the right path for him. Because I can't provide that. No parent could ever provide that. And society certainly does not provide that whatsoever, man. Fitting in never benefits anybody. But that is it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I love you guys with all my heart. Peace.